Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back once again to your boys channel. You already know who it is. We back with a brand new video, and if you're new here, please hit that like and subscribe button. So, I wanted to come here and talk to y'all again, man. Have another conversation, um, and just basically talk about superhero films, man. Because this look like it's gonna be a pretty big year of superhero movies. You got He-Man and the Masterverse dropping. You got Supergirl dropping. You got Spider-Man Brand New Day dropping. You got Avengers Doomsday dropping. So this is gonna be a pretty big year for movies. You also have Daredevil Born Again season 2 currently out on Disney Plus, and you also have what is it? forgot the name of that. The Punisher. What is it? The Last Kill also coming out on Disney Plus, I believe in May. So it's a pretty big year for superhero films, man. But the main thing is, can the views from the trailers translate to actual views to the TV shows and to the movies? Can superhero films make a strong comeback? Like I've said plenty of times before, man, you can't just because you got that Marvel logo, it doesn't have as much it doesn't hold as much weight as it used to. You understand what I'm saying? Like it did probably like 8 or 9, 10 years ago, back during the peak and the height of Marvel. And as far as the DCU is concerned, they've got their own things going on with restarting with Superman and of course Supergirl being the second movie coming out. So it's a lot of things going on within the superhero universe, and my question to a lot of y'all out there, man, is can superhero films regain that momentum, that special power, that special shift that got everybody interested in the first place? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if Marvel can, even with Doomsday coming up at the end of the year, simply because it just feels like it's just one of those once in a generation type things that happens and it doesn't come back around again. Marvel had that time, and I wonder if the DCU is gonna have theirs. I believe the DCU could have had that time if the powers that be that ran the show could have got their ducks in a row. They didn't, so now here we are with the restart of the DCU. But can superhero films be something special again? Can superhero films be something memorable again? Obviously, there's going to be a lot riding on Supergirl because of the simple fact that this movie is going to really be I don't know how you want to call it. It's really going to be the litmus test to see if everybody's really interested in the DCU. Supergirl is a kind of a household name. Superman definitely is a household name, but this is really going to be the test right here to see if people are really into the DCU. Obviously, I know we got Clayface coming out at some point at the end of the year. I don't really give a damn about that, be that as it may. But with that, that's not really going to be a litmus test. I think that's because the reason why they spent very little money on it is that they don't want to have to put big money into it, and then it doesn't do well. I don't think nobody really asking for a Clayface movie in the first place. But the other movies, Spider Man, uh, and Avengers, Doomsday, obviously those are going to be big, 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 big movies, and it's going to really set the bar for if superhero films are really back, if people are really into these movies, because like I said, it takes more than one film for people to really jump on and get excited. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just have one movie think that it's going to save the entire DCU. You can't have one movie think it's going to save the entire MCU. It takes a lot of work. You understand what I'm saying? I've said it plenty of times and I keep on saying it. The road to get to the next big bad matters. You understand what I'm saying? It's not just, oh, you got Spider-Man, or you got Iron Man, you got Thor and Captain America. All these separate movies by themselves, cool. But the road to get to the next big bad is what really matters. It's not just having individual movies tell their own stories. Obviously Marvel likes connecting the dots. So, the dots obviously have had their issues, and I've said this again. I know I'm sounding like a broken record with, Robert Downey Jr. coming back and not playing Iron Man, but playing um, Victor Von Doom. Um, you know, obviously, that's the issue in itself. How they gonna make that work? And then, it's just the whole thing with the MCU, man, just going in this different direction away from Kang the Conqueror, jumping into the Victor Von Doom, because that's mainly what everybody wanted to see, especially since it felt like the story of He Who Remains ended in the second season of Loki on Disney Plus. So the main thing, is not to harp on Marvel, but it's just to really look at the big picture here and say, can superhero movies make a comeback? I don't think they're gonna have that golden moment that they had between 2008 with Iron Man all the way up until 2019 with Avengers. Endgame. I don't think they're ever gonna have that type of run again because I think that's one time in a generation type run. But it'll be interesting to see how they're trying to rebound going forward and how long Kevin Feige will be around going forward, and just um how things are gonna work out. And on the DC side, obviously I did a video the other day talking about will uh you know how can the DCU survive without uh James Gunn, because there's been rumors going around. I've seen people posted about it. Is that he could possibly be jumping ship back to the MCU, which I honestly believe that the MCU style fits him more. His style of storytelling, of making movies, fits the MCU more. Where I feel like in a way maybe the DCU is more of a serious kind of darker thing, where the MCU is more of a lighter thing. So yeah, I feel like it fits his style. But it wouldn't surprise me if he jumped ship, man. Obviously, Marvel got the money to offer him some big coin and be like, hey, look, man, just come on home. You did your thing over there. You got it off the ground. Let somebody else take over for you. You can jump on over here. We can get you going. But is be that as it may, man. Like I said, superhero movies in general, man, is this the year they make a big comeback. Like I said, we got some good stuff coming out. Daredevil, I believe it's gonna be good. I like the street level type stuff. I've always been a fan of it. Between this, Superman, Batman, I'm really interested into the superhero street level stuff. You got Jessica Jones coming back. I don't know if they're gonna have Luke Cage come back. I don't know if they're gonna have Iron Fist come back. Who knows? But I'm into that street level type stuff. Of course, you got like I said, The Punisher. I believe The Last Kill is what it's called. And then, of course, going forward, you got Spider Man coming out in the summer. Definitely got to check that out when it comes out. And then, of course, you got Avengers Doomsday coming out at the end of the year. Supergirl, you got He Man. So this is a big, 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 big year for superhero films. And like I said, my question to y'all is, can this year really turn around these franchises and really take them off? Because I really want to see these franchises do good, man. I don't want to see them crash and burn. I want to see He Man do good and knock it out the park, simply because I ain't gonna lie, I didn't grow up a fan of He-Man. I saw it back in the early 2000s, I believe it was on Toonami, and it was cool. I liked it, you know what I'm saying? And then obviously they came back with the inspiration of the cartoons from the 80s, and brought it on Netflix, and I didn't even know there was even 80s cartoon of He-Man is where it started. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that they do it justice, and I hope that they knock it out the park. As far as everything else is concerned, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, DC is a big, huge, heavy brand. Marvel is a big, huge, heavy brand. But this year, I think is going to really be the test to see if the DCU and the MCU are really back, or if it's just kind of like a, blow in the wind, whatever you want to call it, whatever analogy you could think of. Um, but I'm interested. I'm interested in a lot of stuff going on. I'm going to try and keep an open mind, and that's the main thing I tell all y'all. Try to keep an open mind to all this superhero stuff coming out, because even though you see a lot of stuff going on in these trailers, not everything in the trailers will be in the movies or the TV shows. It's just to get you hyped up to want to see it. So definitely keep an open mind going to these theaters, man. Don't go in there with no heavy expectations like a lot of people have done in the past. Keep an open mind. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. Please hit the like and subscribe button. This is my second video today. I appreciate everybody who watches. If y'all don't do anything else, hit the like and subscribe button. Watch maybe 2 or 3 minutes of it, however long you want to, and I'll catch you in my next video. Peace. I'm out. Let's go.